Today we're just disassembling the rear subframe. We've already gotten started. So basically the objective with this setup is just to pull the control arms so that we can put some poly bushings and the DTSS eliminators in there. Definitely replacing the brakes and the rotors themselves. But this won't be the subframe we're using. It's a little too rusty. We have another one at the other shop that we'll be using. So stay tuned. Hopefully in a few minutes we'll have this all torn down.
Alright, so normally we would have a bolt organizer, and we don't have one on hand at the moment, so I am just categorizing everything and numbering all of the bolts just to make sure that when we put everything back, it all goes back in the correct spot.
We're actually going to drop the whole subframe and suspension assembly all one piece. We've already painted inside here. We did it with POR 15 to do some rust prevention, but there's a couple spots where it's not as great as we had hoped as far as adhesion wise. So for some additional adhesion and good abrasive protection, we're actually going to undercoat the entire frame rail without painting inside the engine bay, which if you've seen some of the photos is already done. So we're just going to undercoat the frame rails, put the whole suspension and subframe assembly back up, and then we'll be all set as far as the front end of the car goes. We're going to continue back with the undercoating in the tranny tunnel so that we can get some foil tape in there for heat protection into the cabin. As everyone knows, the RX-7s get nice and hot, so we're going to foil tape all in here with the silver stuff, the good stuff. Try to keep as much heat out of the engine bay, out of the cabin as possible, and then just continue back from there. Hopefully within the next week and a half or so, we'll have the entire rear suspension done and painted, the whole drivetrain back in the car. So we've taped off basically what we're going to be undercoating here. Perry's actually just fixing a couple lines before we get started, and just a little bit, all of the frame rail into the tranny tunnel will be nice and undercoated. Some good abrasion protection, make it nice and that matte black look. Super simple thing we just did, but originally we had hit all of the underbody and the frame rails with POR 15, which is great stuff, but in all sincerity, this undercoating that we just did, it's made by ZEP. It's a professional rubberized undercoating. Man, this stuff gave it such a soft and smooth finish. Very, very pleased with the outcome.